What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. This time you've made it to the end of the week for real. We're going to be hanging out. This is a chill stream. Temple's going to be joining us in just a second. We have changed the chat. New rules for the chat. You have to actually be a subscriber to this channel for at least 5 minutes to chat. Now, we're hoping that that deals with the trolls. If it doesn't, we're going to have to set that to a longer time period. But, let me just make sure we're streaming. So, today I am playing Journey, which is a very meditative, arcane PlayStation 5 game. I've figured out how to hook up my... Although I mess up somehow on everything else on OBS, I've figured out how to... how to connect my PlayStation to the stream. Okay, here's Temple.
Hi.
Hello. So I was saying we've set the chat to subscribers only.
Subscribers and not members.
Not
right?
members. It's not a paid thing. It's just you actually have to join the channel.
You have to actually subscribe.
You have to like and subscribe, everyone. We know that most of you are already subscribers. There we go. There's our first chat. Viz Interiora, subdued to you as well. How's it going? So, first things first. You only have a few hours left to join the Solstice Working. Literally, it closes at midnight. It's 7:45 p.m. here. That means in 4 hours, I'm going to shut the sale off. So that's it. Even I cannot turn back the clock. Yeah, let's talk about the Epstein Files first. James says, heard there were 119 pages of blacked out writing. God knows. I mean, it could have been CSAM material though, for all we know. So
As far as the photos go, we are certain that there was probably underage people being exploited, so some of that needs to be blocked out.
Yeah. Oh, occultology reminds us that it's also a new moon in Capricorn today.
New moon.
So we've already begun the magic of the solstice. We hope you watched the last two streams. Certainly the one 2 days ago was excellent. We did a deep dive on solstice magic, and I was blown away. I learned a lot. Anything we want to update them on in terms of tomorrow? We're starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah, last chance. But anything that they need to know ahead of time?
I would try to keep your mind clear. So just be super mindful of what you are ingesting. You're gonna hear our cats.
Do you want to do a cat reveal?
You're gonna hear the cat that's meowing right now. Or see it.
Everyone loves the cat. Jupiter is meowing at the door. Yeah, so I know a lot of you who are on the chat right now are signed up for tomorrow. If you're signed up, you should have got in your email the login details for tomorrow and the workbook. If you haven't, immediately email support. I'm going to send it out again tomorrow morning just to be double sure, because it's only live once, so...
If you talk, he gets scared.
Oh, it's Ra.
This is Ra. He has a lot to say, apparently, tonight. Oh, look at him. This is our youngest cat. He is a baby.
Tell him he is a pretty cat and a good cat.
So you'll probably hear him, because he needs to have his voice be heard.
But yeah, Digital Keith says they were using black highlighter, yeah. But there's a lot of horrible stuff in the... There's a horrible... Oh, it just went new a few minutes ago, the new moon. There's a lot of horrible stuff in there. Michael Jackson's career is done forever. Michael Jackson's in there. How's he gonna recover? Bill Clinton's in there being disgusting. Bill Gates is in there being disgusting. Yeah, the person we were all taking health advice from is in there with women who clearly don't want to be next to him.
I don't know. I heard from somewhere, I forgot where, not verified, I can't prove this, but it wasn't just Bill Gates. Who was it also? It was the dude in the wheelchair.
Stephen Hawking. I didn't see any pictures of him, but Stephen Hawking has been verified to have been at Epstein Island, but I don't know if there was anything in the files.
I don't know if there was anything in the files. I've only heard rumors, but the rumors that I heard were that he would make little people try to he would I forgot what it was exactly, but
He would get little people with dwarfism to stand in front of a blackboard and attempt to write on it or solve an equation but not be able to reach it. And this was how he got his jollies. He would just sit there laughing. Ha 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 ha.
this is all alleged.
Alleged, yeah.
We don't know for sure, but that's what I heard, and I forgot where I heard it from, so must be true.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm going to play this game. It's only going to be you can play the whole game in 2 hours, so we're going to do the whole game. And hopefully, well, let me ask you this before we get started. How's the audio level? How's me talking over the background audio of the game? Does the game audio need to be higher or lower? Let us know.
This would also be a good opportunity to do more Q&A, while he's playing the games.
Yeah, I'm going to be answering Q&A. If you have thoughts on magic or questions about magic or spirituality or what the hell is going on in 2025 or the solstice or the new moon or how to join the Solstice Working, I will be all ears.
But only if you're a subscriber to the channel.
Conscious rediscovery. We hope you're not watching this while driving, unless you're in a self-driving Tesla, but you'll be listening. Okay. All right. So audio's good. Audio's good. It's not too loud or too low. You can hear me. Yeah. Anything else on the Epstein Files? Temple was just looking through them.
Oh yeah, baby massages.
Yeah, there's a photocopy of a For Dummies book on how to give babies massages. There's apparently a picture of an infant in a sink with a rattle.
It's pretty depraved, guys.
There's clearly pictures of Bill Clinton with underage people in there.
Their line of thinking is that there's something wrong with us for not being into that, which is crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, Autism Capital on Twitter, who is going through them right now, had a very horrifying comment, which is, he said, it's it's amazing that you're looking, and it's true, it's you look at these people and it seems like they're having the most incredible, spiritually fulfilling, alive time of their life, and you realize that they are just while doing absolute evil. Bill Clinton couldn't be happier in a lot of those pictures. They're dressing up. Hillary Clinton's dressing up like she's in Dune. It's weird.
Also, I was looking at a trove of the photos that were released. Whoever decorated Epstein's house, tacky.
War crimes.
In a way menacing, too. And I don't know if that's because of who he is in the context or if it was meant to be menacing, but if anything, it's surprising. If you happen to stumble upon these photos, let me know what you think about the home design, because I just think it's absolutely tacky.
That's the worst part of it, the design.
Crimes.
The interior design.
Complete crimes. And as far as art goes, he has no taste.
Raw! My god. I'm trying to destroy a window screen. Never ending with these. Okay. Yeah, if anyone has looked at the files yet, or if you just want to see the highlights, you can go to @AutismCapital on Twitter. He's going through them. I'm gonna run to the other room real quick.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna read some of the comments while Jason is away. Let's see. I do believe that only parents should be giving their babies massages, yes. And or if I don't know, if you are a massage therapist and you're not a complete and total creep, baby massages, they get indigestion pretty easily. So at least training the parents on how to rub their tummies and helping them out with that. I think they are all lizard people. I think you meant lizard. I don't know how I feel about lizard people. My mind is pretty open, just because we only see like 1% of the light spectrum. And according to David Icke, I'm not saying that this is the case, I'm not claiming it, I'm just saying what David Icke says. The brain is like a radio, and we're tuned into certain frequencies. And in order to see the lizard people, you have to be tuned into a certain frequency, so that can be induced with like psychedelics or ritual or something like that. I don't fucking know. Breath work, like fear. I'm not really sure. But I do have a story about this. This one time when I was still living in New Orleans, I went to this metaphysical shop and they had invited me to like a lecture about something. Totally forgot what it was. But it was only a few people. Like, I think the lecture only had like maybe like 10 people there total. And it was these two old there were these two old ladies, like these two old biddies, in the front of the room. And they were super cute. But they decided to share with everybody their experience with a lizard person. And what they had said to us was they were in a yoga class and they were meditating and sitting down and closing their eyes. And one of these old ladies opened her eyes, and she claims that the instructor was a lizard. So she like nudged her friend, and she was like, "Look, that person's a lizard." And but like under, obviously, hush, hush. She said it very softly, so the lizard person couldn't hear her. And then apparently he turned right back into a human. So true, not, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I have no reason to disbelieve these ladies. I don't see what they would benefit from lying. Maybe they both hallucinated it. I'm not sure. Okay, next comment. I mean, just because Michael Jackson went once for financial advice during the start of his legal battles with Sony, I don't think that implicates him with Jeff's crimes. I may be wrong. I don't know. And that's how I feel about that. Listen, MJ is gone now.
Michael Jackson?
Yes.
I actually lived down the street from Michael Jackson when he died, oddly enough. Oh no, people are already talking about lizard people.
Oh, I just went on about the two old ladies that I told you about that saw the lizard yoga instructor.
Yeah. It's weird because I've talked to people independently who had the same experience. Like, I talked to somebody who saw that at a Tibetan Buddhist retreat. Completely disconnected people.
One of my best friends in the entire planet claimed that she was, when she was doing concierge work, she was checking somebody out, a guest out, and her eyes, like, glitched and went from, like, normal to, like, reptilian to normal, and it happened within a second. I don't know why my friend would lie to me about that, and she hasn't told anybody about that. There's only a few possibilities. Either she was high, she was like having like a break from reality, or maybe she saw something. And I don't know. I've never seen anybody shapeshift before, so I can't say one way or the other.
I saw somebody I saw somebody's skin turn into like black and white Gila monster skin on CNN in the middle of the Iraq War.
I just remembered, actually, just kidding, I do have an experience. Hold on. So this only happened once. So I had a client that I would do massage for, and he came to me a few times. So I've seen this several times from this one client. His legs had scales on them. Now, could it be a skin condition? Potentially. But I have never seen anybody with like actual straight up scales on their legs. And it wasn't like a tattoo. It was like actual scales. And I worked on him more than just once. I worked on him several times. So I definitely saw it because I experienced it multiple times. So I could have potentially massaged a lizard.
Ugh.
Another hypothesis that I have about the lizard people is like, we all have reptilian brains. So like if you're tuning into that, could it be that it's like your reptilian brain making you, like you're tuning into that part of yourself which makes you fearful? I don't know.
I haven't seen the lizard people, but I have seen the village people.
Village people? We saw a handmaiden today.
The Handmaid's Tale. Alright, I guess I should play the game.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna go make some food. I'll be back.
Okay. Alright. Alright, everyone. Let's get into Journey. I'm gonna make myself small. Ah. I've never played this all the way through, but it looks awesome. Alright. So yeah. Oh, PS5, come on. So again, feel free to jump in with any questions you have on the wide world of the occult and the arcane. If anybody wants to take a look through the Epstein Files while we're playing and let us know what you find, you're welcome to do that. It's going to be rather horrifying. Look, I'm cool like the kids these days. All right. So last time we did this, I was playing Planescape Torment, but it turned out not to work very well on YouTube because it was just tiny text. So, again, while we're playing this, if you think the audio levels are off, let me know. If you need me to be louder or this to be quieter or vice versa. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna have to make this big so I can see what I'm playing. I am actually seeing exactly what you're seeing. That's the only way I'm playing this. There's the chat. Is this game on Xbox? I don't know. It is definitely on PlayStation 5 and 4. This is very Sumerian. How do I jump? Ah, what is this? I'm looking up the controls for this. Not sure why I can't jump. I need to use the flying carpets. Okay. Also, if anyone wants to give me tips, go ahead. So we're not just running in circles all the live long day. Did something. Ah, there we go. There we go. Wait, now I can't jump? Climb each of the carpet pillars, gaining height each time, and then follow the free-floating ones more closely. Okay. Any thoughts on the planetary positions of the hexagram ritual? Fire hexagram, earth, air, water. Is it just how the planets interact or how the energy manifests? Well, there's shorthands for... There's different points on the hexagram. I always recommend using the universal version of that. It makes a whole lot more sense. And then in terms of why they are in the places they're on the hexagram, it's because that maps over to the Tree of Life. Any advice for working with deities? Yeah, go to the temples with the actual real-life people that worship them, instead of just doing it in your bedroom. That's my #1 tip. What the hell, guy? Like, this is already confusing as hell. No idea what's going on. Okay, carpet pillar I haven't activated yet. Alright. Okay. Thank you. That made sense. How much better will my scrying be if I use the greater invoking ritual, the hexagram for Mercury? Well, it will be good if you're scrying Mercury, because that's the point. You use it to invoke specific planetary, or in the case of other rituals, elemental or zodiacal, in the case of the greater pentagram. So it will be good if you're scrying Mercury, but that in itself does not just automatically translate to better scrying. That's a, and same, I am Pope Paul with lunar hexagram. Yeah, that'll be good if you're scrying a lunar path or the moon card, but it's not like those rituals like magically give you powers. It's just they open up psychic spaces to explore. Okay, I think maybe I should get over there. Yep, yeah, that's how it works. Yeah. This is fun. Yeah, this is a nice meditative stream today. End of the week, relaxing. I mean, trust me, you guys could watch me. You guys could all watch me play Insurgency Sandstorm, but I don't know if that's what you want. Although, hey, I will if enough people want to see me cap terrorists. Is doing too much shadow work a possibility? You probably want to pace yourself. You take it slow. What are the implications of internalizing different interpretations of the Sephiroth, such as the original version featuring only a single path to Malkuth compared to the newer version with 3 paths? Implications? I don't know. I think that just work with the Golden Dawn version. The paths were not at least publicly mapped. Excuse me, the paths were not publicly mapped to the tarot until the late 19th century with LFA's levy. It may have been in initiated groups prior to that, but yeah, that didn't happen until the 19th century, but it works really well. So, and we're going to be doing tons of path working in the Solstice Ritual. I'm going to, like, the second day is going to be at least 4 path workings I'm going to do. And I'm reading the Bardo Thodal on the first day, and Temple's got tons. So apparently I was just tripping and seeing all kinds of weird Sumerian diagrams, which happens, you know. I find the universal, which I assume you mean unicursal hexagram. Oh, hold on. I find the unicursal hexagram to be skewed towards Saturn, the Sun, and the Moon, which is a bad thing given its associations with the middle pillar. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Both forms have the planets in the same places, essentially. They don't seem imbalanced to me. I mean, the sun's in the center, but that's the same as on the Tree of Life. And it works a whole lot better than the version of the sun with the old hexagrams, which is a mess. But tell us what you mean if you meant something else. Yeah, this does look very Sumerian. Favorite Bible stories, I mean... You can't go wrong with Genesis and Exodus. I'm a big fan of the Good Samaritan story, because it shows how ridiculously... How much people can lose the point of spirituality by focusing on the rules. I'm a big fan of that one. Yeah, the old way is doing the hexagrams 6 hexagrams instead of having the central point. By the way, that's not a Crowley thing. That was, I think, developed in the Golden Dawn, the universal version. What is my favorite planet to work with and why? All of them. You need them all balanced. You need them all balanced. That's the key. If you're favoring one over the others, that's an issue. People always tend to gravitate towards the energies, planets, deities, spirits that they're already strong in, to try and accentuate their strengths, but that's the wrong approach. You should be going towards the ones that you're deficient in to balance yourself out. That's the way to do it. I find the universal hexagram not as potent for Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, and Venus, but hyperpotent for the Sun, the Moon, and Saturn. that I think that probably suggests something about where your psyche is at. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing. It's if it is, that's possibly suggesting to you where you need to bump up energy and do work. But Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, and Venus are not in the middle pillar. That doesn't mean they're less potent. Saturn is also not in the middle pillar, but Saturn is the goal, is the final destination. Why did you go back to the Golden Dawn style? Und keine Eier. Keine Eier. Should I stick with just doing pentagrams until I work with the elements individually? Yes. Don't want to jump ahead to planetary, although I've been doing magic for a good 5 years now. Well, 5 years is... What's your... Also, don't hold yourself back. But in general, you should get the elements, then the planets, then the zodiacal signs, and then you've got... And then you can combine those into the Tree of Life, and then you can get more complex with the Enochian tablets. That's the order to do them in. So yeah, don't push yourself, but also don't... I mean... do it in sequence, but don't be afraid to push yourself. You're not gonna... The worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna be confused, so just make sure you don't get confused about it. Currently working with air. Okay, cool. Will says, I tried to sign up for the Winter Solstice event today, but somehow got an email saying I pay for the Equinox Autumn Working. Don't worry, you're in. You're in. That glitch is happening for a few people. It doesn't change anything. You are in. Hopefully you got... Did you get your workbook? You should have got your work... I sent out all the workbooks and Zoom links to everyone who had signed up by mid today. So if you signed up afterwards, I will be sending them to you in the morning. When did you reach out to support? But you're good. Don't worry about that. Just make sure that you make sure you check your spam filter for just in case an email went through with your manual. I didn't get workbook or Zoom link. Okay, all right. You will be getting them. I'll make another pass through after I play this game and walk the dogs. Ren got you got the workbook. Great, very excited for tomorrow. Yeah, Temple did the workbook. Love the design and the detail. That's all Temple. Yeah, she spent a lot of time on it. Oh no. Should I work with more deities than just the Christian god, like Thoth or Hecate? Do I just go with who feels right? Well, yeah, of course. But it's the same principle as with the planets. So get yourself a copy of Liber 777. Learn the planetary correspondences of the different gods. Understand, and then, again, you want to work with ones that are in Sephirah that you feel deficient in, instead of accentuating your strengths. It's all about balance. That should be your goal in everything. Balance, balance, balance. Not John Balance. That didn't work out too well. Oh no. Make a balance roll. This is kind of like Star Fox, yeah. Yeah, equilibrium is the basis of the work. Exactly. Exactly right. You got it. Oh, D&D make a balance roll. Yeah. That would be a dex check, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, balancing the elements is what Adept Initiative 1 is all about. And then Adept Initiative 2, we work through the whole tree of life. But if you want the shortcut, Adept Initiative 1 will get all of that stuff nicely balanced for you. Along with giving you a bunch of financial information so that you get your Earth sorted. You get a nice stabilized Earth plane. Because you need money for that. Let's not pretend otherwise, shall we? Malkuth or Earth is about getting your real-world ducks in a row. Ah, yes. Poetry. Man is... Hold on. Thoth is Hod. Yeah. Yeah, from Library, which is adapted from Golden Dawn material. Man is born into this world amidst the darkness of matter and the strife of contending forces. So must his first endeavor be to seek the light through their reconciliation. That's right. That's right. They do look a little bit like Alison Gray's artwork. She was very nice and supportive of me. Both of the Grays were. I used to live on the same block as them. They were very nice and supportive when I was first getting started out. We did the Generation Hex release at Cosm when it was still in Chelsea. Yeah, Desert Dweller says, okay, that's what I thought, but recently I heard Thoth was a moon deity. Don't remember where I heard that, though. Yeah, so that's actually an important point. So there are specific attributions, planetary attributions in Golden Dawn Thelema. When you actually look at the history of the gods, like for instance Wikipedia, always Wikipedia the god, what you find out is that it was never so cut and dry in the ancient world. A lot of deities meant different things at different time periods. Many of them have lots of different aspects. You know, not just Egyptian, but Hindu and so forth. So that's important to know as well. But as far as working them within the Golden Dawn Thelema system or Thelemic system, yeah, you can go by 777. You could think of it as like their primary attribute, and they may have. Hold on, I gotta figure this out. I still don't understand what doing the musical notes is for. Okay, so go higher and higher along the platforms. Got it. Okay. Ugh. Why? What am I missing here? Oh, okay. Alright, alright. Got it. Sweet. Let's see. Will says, Jason, for the hexagrams and order of planets that you were talking about, do you teach all of that in your courses? Yeah. Adept 1 and 2. Adept 1 and 2. I've been doing theurgy a la Damien Eccles' books, and when I started doing... Well, I heard Damien say in a video, you're supposed to add in the individual hexagram rituals first per planet, then the sun, then the archangels of the planets, then the archangels of the Tree of Life. There doesn't seem to be a book out there that easily spells... So that sounds like a specific ritual formation that Damien's created. I mean, it's like, those are Swiss Army knife rituals. You can do all kinds of stuff with them. But in terms of, yeah, Adept 1 and 2. But we draw very heavily from Liber O in that book. So that's a good place to start. But yeah, Adept Initiative 1 and 2 at magick.me, we spend a significant amount of time working through that stuff. Cool. Everything in this game is haram, yeah. Not as haram as Insurgency Sandstorm. Yeah, work through Libero. Don't overcomplicate it. Liber O and Liber E. Always come back to them. Oh no! Ah! Have I seen that guy who actually uses the carpet to fly down a mountain like he would in a flying squirrel suit? Are you talking about in the game, or is this an internet thing? Don't forget, you have about 3 hours left to get in on the Solstice Working. It only happens live once, and you will get the recordings forever if you join, but you can't buy the recordings later if you don't. Solstice.magic.me. Oh. Ryan says, good luck on the ritual this weekend. Oh yeah, well, we got a whole 60 pages of material for you guys. Thank you, though. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be... a time will be had. A time will be had by all. Ren asks, is it normal to go through periods when magic is more responsive? Hold on. No linking sigils. What is the linking sigil? This is something from the 2000s. This is Y2K stuff. Red says, is it normal to go through periods where magic is more responsive? I've definitely attempted more structured approaches. I always end up back at using it to cut through patterns arising organically. Yeah, I mean, of course, just like anything else. Just like anything else. Ryan says, it does look super awesome. Hopefully I can join in the future. Well, unless you mean the next 3 hours, you can't. You can't, Ryan. You can't join in the future. The bus waits for no one. This is it. Wait, did I come through? I came through here already, right? Did I come through here? Or is this a new area? We have payment plans. Here we go. If money's tight right now, we got payment plans. And also, Stripe is about to enable Klarna, which will be quite helpful for people, I think. Yes, Liber E-N-O, like E-N-O insurance. They're free on the internet. DKMU, yeah, I remember that. I just, like, what was that, just to tie everyone's magic together? What would the point of doing that be? Well, sure. Why not? As long as it doesn't obligate anything. As long as it doesn't suck energy out of ours. Thank you. Hmm? Okay, alright. Oh, Temple's here.
Floating temple horizons.
Hello.
There was a question that was asked earlier that I just wanted to expand on.
Okay.
Because I actually think it's very important. But before I do that, am I real? Are you still with us? If so, can you just type yes?
This is cool. Winter Solstice unlocked.
You had me play this game when I would come hang out with you.
That's right. Did you finish it?
No. No. When Jason and I first started like hanging out with each other, he would want me to just hang out at his house while he did work. So he would buy video games for me, and this was one of the games he bought.
Also Doki Doki Literature Club, but we won't speak of that monstrosity.
I think
We could play that on the stream.
I want to.
I found out that we just have to force delete it from the system in order to go back to how it originally.
We're already giving away too much.
Okay, there's a way you can do it.
Doki Doki Literature Club. If you've played it, let me know. Because you're in on the nightmare.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying. Well, am I real? Even if you're not here, I'm going to answer your question that you had earlier. Is it possible to do too much shadow work? Absolutely it is. And there are ways that you can tell that you are doing too much shadow work. First, the goal of shadow work isn't to ruminate. It isn't to live in the past. It isn't even for catharsis. Shadow work is mostly to move stagnant energy or emotion out of your body so you can get that energy back. And in general, when you're doing shadow work rituals, like you don't want to be doing this every single day. Follow like a basic, like I would say like a 3-to-1 ratio. So let's say on Thursday you do like some inner child work or some type of shadow work or emotional release. You want to then follow that with 3 like grounding practices that make you feel safe. The other thing too is that when you are doing shadow work, you want to make sure that you are actually in a position to do that, to hold that space, because it can become overwhelming sometimes. Also, if you're just beginning.
As in, don't do it while you're visiting your family for the holidays.
You don't have to, like, it's not a lifestyle. Shadow work is not a lifestyle. It is not something that you do every single day. Especially if you're just beginning. You definitely want to, like, be gentle with yourself when you're descending. When you're descending, you know, you want to set the intention to ascend back up. And sometimes you don't have to, like, honestly, you don't have to relive every single traumatic memory that has happened to you. It's actually unnecessary.
But yeah, please talk about that. Like that's what people have been. That's more I guess recent approach to it that people have been taking.
Yeah, I take a more somatic approach to it, which is, you don't have to remember the thing necessarily. Sometimes some people do, but you don't have to. The whole point is to move that energy blockage out of your body or through your body so you can get access to that energy again. So you could represent like certain memories like just symbolically to you. Like an example would be, actually this is in Peter Levine's Waking the Tiger, so I'll just take a story from his book. He had a client who had a very traumatic, like I think birth, and she had like high anxiety. As a result, she was agoraphobic. And a lot of times, like, we don't have access to those memories as, like, kids or as babies. And even if we did, like, it's just not necessary. Anyways, my whole point is that he ended up representing this memory to her as a tiger chasing her. And she had to, like, actually go through that memory of, like, running away from a tiger. And then it released. The energy pattern, the thing that made her agoraphobic, released. So, don't ruminate. It's about descending, feeling that feeling, releasing that tension, and then coming back up, integrating that. So yeah, a 3-to-1 ratio, you definitely want to make sure that you're in a safe state of mind and environment. If you're not, don't do it. If you're not in a safe state of mind or physical location, I would just wait. Because you can end up depressed or re-traumatizing yourself, which is antithetical to the goal of shadow work. Now, if you've been doing shadow work for years and years and years and years and years, there are different types of shadow work that you can do. But if you're just beginning, just keep it simple. There's like no rush. There's no fixing. This is not like a thing that you're not broken. That's not the point of it. It's not, I think something that happens with a lot of people when they do shadow work is they become obsessed with like fixing themselves. Here's the thing, and I really need you to hear me. Your life is not about healing. It's not about healing. That is not what your life thing is about. It's a part of it, but it's not the whole picture. So don't make that your entire life. But for people who feel called to be shadow workers, they might do more extensive, like, collective shadow work. And in which case, you want to be prepared for that because it can get pretty dark. And that's more of a karmic thing. I feel like very few people.
Yeah, that's
like I don't.
recommended.
I think like out of 100,000 people, like 0.5 are called to be shadow workers. It's just not necessary for you to do that. So,
Occultology has a good question about that.
would you describe shadow work like spiritual world changing? That's an interesting analogy. Huh. I've never thought of it that way. I'll have to get back to you on that because that's an interesting analogy. Like, are you talking about like, because when I'm thinking about it like on an individual level and on a collective level. So if you could clarify if you mean collective or individual. Also, I spent the past hour looking over close to 4,000 images from the Epstein fucking file, and I found the Forsaken. Look down. This is the image that they were talking about.
Yeah, I'm done.
And then I saved this image.
Lean back a bit.
And then I saved this image because it's just fucking weird. I won't post one of these images into the Discord, but I'll post the other ones that I have. It's like, he just had really
horrible,
really bad decor.
Yeah, don't show that on stream.
No. Yeah, okay, so, occultology, I would say that's correct. Occultology said, I meant on an individual level, working with your shadow, and passing the energy out, like getting your oil changed in your car. Yeah. I think so. It's the whole intention is just to relieve tension and energy blockages in the body itself. So that way you have access to that energy and you can move more freely. Also, that you're like less triggered by things. Another aspect of shadow work too, apart from going back and integrating things and releasing energy, is to understand like your unconscious mind and the landscape that you're working with on that. that's really helpful because you become less reactive to the environment, the external environment that you live in. So that's another reason why people would benefit from it.
The green screen goes crazy when it's two people.
We're disappearing! But yeah, don't make your entire life shadow work unless you are a shadow worker, in which case I am so sorry. I know you didn't ask for that life. Shadow work is a more recent idea. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember it as being something that naturally unfolds itself in the second half of life. I think the phrase itself comes from Carl Jung. So as far as history goes, the phrase shadow work is new, but the process of shadow work is not new. This is an ancient technique. The yogis have had these processes of going within themselves and releasing energy, and symbolically representing that to themselves, literally wherever. So shadow work, the term is new, but and maybe the way that we articulate it is relatively new, but the process itself of emotional release is not new at all. Next statement from Monessa. It helped me to do licensed therapy before shadow work. EMDR worked remarkably well for me. Yeah, I definitely think depending on who the person is, getting some type of therapy so you have a safe container to do that, to hold space for that, is very, very important. Please be, when you do shadow work, being self-aware of your limitations and what it is that you can and can't handle. EMDR is really good. Also, somatic therapy, great. It's really great. I love somatic therapists. They're all good people, and that is a globalizing statement, and I mean it.
Yeah, me neither. This is very winter solstice.
Desert. I once had a vision while doing hatha yoga, where the tension in my body turned into black smoke and melted away. Within the smoke was thoughts, memories, and images that then became integrated. Yoga. I'm telling you, the yogis have been doing the shadow work since the dawn of yoga.
It's a long time.
I love the yogis. I do. Whenever I read like the Upanishads, I cry.
Yeah, K-Master, you don't really have access to the inside of the shadow in the earlier stages of life, including young adults. Yeah, it's like I had a roommate in London once who was like, yeah, like, what do you, like, you take acid when you're a teenager, like, what do you have to reflect on?
Well, I would disagree with that. It depends on the environment and what you would consider shadow work. Because being able to see the collective shadow is another aspect.
Probably not something you want to do.
It's not something, I would say, like, what I would say is, yeah, when you're a teenager and you're in the home where maybe abuse has taken place, you don't want to do your shadow work then, but a lot of shadow workers that I know have come from really abusive environments, so they've lived with the collective shadow, one could say. They've seen the shadow side of humanity. So shadow work collectively looks like kids who have been abused in the most severe type of ways that we're not necessarily, like, that normal people are not familiar with. that a lot of people just, it's in the shadows. So I think that's like a yes and type of comment.
He was a surf bro. They do exist in England, and it's very cold surfing there. And his it was very funny. His advice for taking acid: lie back and try not to think about your childhood.
I did acid in the house that I was abused in, and let me tell you, it'll fracture you if you're not in a safe space. Yeah, occultology, doing shadow work on acid will get shit done real quick, but goddamn, that shit is scary. Yeah, my entire 20s, I feel like, is just one giant acid trip.
Me too.
And I did, like, most of my 20s, I did a lot of solo acid trips, and this one time, I decided to do acid by myself and listen to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, like, going through the bardo. Talk about scary!
We're gonna do that tomorrow.
But, not on acid.
Well, we don't know what people are doing at home.
Well, if you are partaking,
Don't do it.
just know you're not going to physically die. We're not going to actually unalive you. So their real shadow is they inherited the abusive traits that they cannot even see until you're old. I think that's just incorrect, because a lot of kids can tell when they're in an unhealthy situation. And they can say this is not healthy or this is abnormal. And the reason why they can say that is, at least like for me, I can say that I went to a private school where all the other kids were living in la la land. So I could see very clearly that there were two sides of reality that most of these kids didn't have access to. Which is good. I don't think kids should have access to that. But when it comes to processing your trauma, like, yeah, I would say that you can't do that until you're in a space that is safe. But taking witness to shadowy aspects of reality, yeah, I don't think that has an age limit.
Unfortunately. Have a goth wife that plays video games with me. It's awesome.
So I actually love watching Jason play video games.
Yeah, charisma, that does not have unfortunately.
No, it doesn't, and I think to deny, like, little kids are actually can be very self-aware. Especially, like, if they understand that, like, here's something, like, the difference between a little kid who's raised in shadow versus a kid who's not. So, a little kid who's raised in shadow might be able to recognize suffering exists everywhere, all around them, which most kids don't have that awareness. They don't have that awareness that everybody is suffering around them. Most kids are, like, kind of in their own magical utopia, which is ideal. That is what you would want. But but there are kids who can recognize suffering is going on around them, and they can hold space for that when they shouldn't. Sadly, it's the things you don't want to see that qualify as shadow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's the things that people deny, suppress, reject. It's in the shadows. It's the things that they don't want to see. The comment went on to say, if it is victim things, it is not shadow. I was in like 7 foster homes. I went to 10 different schools. That's insane. Lived in, like, I think 20 places by 18. That is so unstable. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all of my 20s.
Yeah.
were shadow work.
This is perfect. See in yourself like the monster in you, evil. Yeah, that's another aspect of it. I think that shadow work also is good for that as well. understanding that you yourself are capable of doing horrendously bad
That's
things.
very important.
You live in a distortion if you think that you're the good guy. Humans are neither wholly good nor wholly bad. They're a mix of both. And I think a lot of times people are doing really horrendously bad things if they have this complex that they can't do bad things. You can.
Well, the ultimate expression of the shadow is the projection of the shadow on whole groups of people. And that's how we got the Holocaust. It's the exact same mechanism. So, yeah, I spent most of my 20s doing shadow work, and now it's like shadow work level 9,422, dealing with Islam online. Supporting Israel. Oh man, talk about shadow work. Because when these things build and build and build and build, and then when they erupt in whole cultures, that's when very, very bad things happen.
I would say, K Messenger 93, I would probably say, I don't know who you are, but just given the experience that you've listed, I'm willing to bet that you're unwillingly a shadow worker. Because of the experiences you've had. This is what I mean, like, in order to be a shadow worker, you have to, like, it's not ideal. Like, everybody should do shadow work within themselves, healing and integration, but, like, also, shadow work, that's like a whole different category.
Is that better? Better? Turn it down 10 decibels.
This is an interesting comment. I like Stanislav Grof's, I hope I said that right if I didn't.
Yeah, Stanislav Grof.
Okay, I said it right, yay. Interpretation on acid, saying that it's a chance to work through prenatal trauma and the struggle of just being born. Yeah. That's a really subtle one. Your environment when you were just a little being growing. Was it filled with cortisol? Were you born via cesarean and had forceps grab you out? Like, did you have a cord wrapped around your neck? Suffering is the initiation. It's the universal initiation for all. Welcome to the jungle. That's what I think. When you're incarnated. Occultology. After I did my shadow work, I was glad I did it, but I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Yeah, I think it depends too. Each person has like a different experience with that. But like, as a result, you're a well-rounded, cool person. KS Moon said, sometimes those kids are the only aware people present. Yes. Kids are very much like, unless you give them like a tablet or some shit like that, kids can be very grounded in the present moment.
Did I just freeze to death?
Desert Dweller says, suffering is a great unifier. I would argue that pain is the thing that connects us all. There's not a single being that is free from that, which in a way is kind of beautiful, but
wake
sad.
Up on the ice.
Bishop.
Look, I'm surrounded.
Oh, I think I did get to this part,
Okay.
actually. It's been a while.
Very topical.
This will be how your experience will be this weekend at the Solstice. This exactly. Bishop DeVault said, I found a rough light helpful to kind of get to the core of the Buddha's message, but also may lead to a manipulative side, if not a restless. I think that adversity can be a person's greatest strength. You can actually access a lot of power through adversity and understand it.
Adversity is our greatest strength.
The most beautiful part of shadow work is when you find the light in the most unlikely of places. Yeah, in the darkest of places. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's really beautiful when you can see a beautiful light in the darkest of places. Bless those people.
This is cool. It's very winter solstice topical. It's a spiritual journey through death and rebirth in winter, which is why it was chosen for today.
Debasement sheds the self-image.
Don't go full Crowley.
Yeah,
Never go full Crowley.
You need to come back. You gotta reintegrate.
Just turn off the industrial music.
I mean, if that's your path, but I don't think that's the path for most people. But I do agree with you, because, like... Hold on, my cat is meowing at the door.
This is a good game to stream. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort. I'm probably missing all kinds of stuff, but whatever. I'm now stuck in the rock. Oh, game glitch. Okay. This is what the Himalayas look like. Do you think Shadow can be transferred from parent to child? Yeah, yes. I'm sure she'll have thoughts on that when she gets back. Well, we know for sure now that epigenetic trauma is real, because, for instance, the children of Holocaust survivors carry the Holocaust trauma. So it happens at a genetic level. Trauma is passed down. Look up epigenetics, EPI.
Let's see.
Ran out of question.
And then oh, hold on. I was responding to a comment, and then my cat called me forth. Yeah, debasement is really good as far as, like, being able to understand that you are not a fixed ego, or you don't have to be, and your judging of other people decreases because you understand that you are them, or you could be them, and that just a matter of circumstances led you to be something different. So I think it's good to, not be a judgmental asshole. Discernment, though. Different. Be discerning. Desert Dweller said, and then the universe be like, but did you die? Almost! I almost died. I almost died. Okay. Do you think shadow can be transferred from parent to child? Like somatic reactions to the trauma of a parent before they were born without the trauma of themselves? Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why people would be served to do some form of healing and reflection before they have kids. Not just like on themselves, but like to take note of that, to see what part of their parents exists within themselves that's a little bit negative. And that's even like thought loops and perspectives about the world that they may have unconsciously adopted. Breaking general curses and whatnot.
Generational curses?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you know you're a quote-unquote real magic practitioner, TM.
This is a crazy... Is this true? This is crazy. You were kidnapped? Okay. Ryan Rigamortis has said, I was once kidnapped. That is so scary.
Was that by parents or by somebody, a random person?
Elaborate.
Because parental kidnapping happens quite a lot.
I was once kidnapped and a sex worker kicked down the door and freed me. Walked me to a public place, then asked me for a cigarette. Sex workers are the least judgmental people usually that you can meet. Now, some of them can be a little bit
Cutty.
shisty, scammy, but a lot of the ones that I'm friends with are not judgmental at all, and are very aware of their environment, and are
Yeah.
really cool.
Talk about seeing the shadow side of humanity.
Yes, they see the full spectrum, those ladies and men.
Kidnapped by drug dealers? Damn. She was said. Did you not pony up something?
That's so scary.
Why?
That's so scary. Yeah, what did you do? That's
deal
so
gone
I'm
bad?
so sorry. I'm not meaning to laugh. That's just so intense. It's not funny.
Am I going the right
Desert Dweller, doesn't it imprint onto your DNA or something like that? I think you basically talked
way? Yeah,
about that.
epigenetics. Look up the Wikipedia for epigenetics.
Manessa
It does, yeah.
said, Manessa said, 6 years after the fact, I spent an entire trip just processing the 9/11 attacks.
Oh, damn.
That wasn't my intention going in, but my heart wouldn't let me ignore its impact. That's very nice of
That's
you
wild.
to feel that and to release that. Imagine, like, everybody's holding tension in their body. Everybody's a little bit tense. I don't know if it's possible to get rid of all the tension. But, like, if everybody actively tried, just a little bit, it'd be, like, I feel like the world would be a little bit more cool. I mean, the world is really cool, but it would be more cool.
Sure be a whole lot cooler. I had a whole drug trip, mushroom trip with Syrian Rue where I was, if anyone remembers Daniel Pearl, the journalist who was beheaded by Al-Qaeda on film in 2003, where I was going through that experience again and again. That's pretty wild.
I do think that psychedelics sometimes induce shadow workings.
Yeah.
It's like, well, because...
Which is why you gotta be careful sometimes, too,
Well, I think, like,
if you're not ready for it.
Well, I think the thing to be aware of, or this is just my opinion, man, but, like, psychedelics, psychedelic means mind made manifest. And so you have a conscious mind, you have an unconscious mind. Yes, both. Thanks.
That was for me.
Oh, I benefited.
Very good. It's mutual.
So, shadow, if we think of shadow as that which we can't see, like a shadow is behind us. The unconscious mind is something usually we have a challenge accessing. And psychedelics most certainly merge the conscious with the unconscious. So sometimes it's really fun. Other times, you know, you have to make sure that it's set and setting. You have to be safe. You have to feel emotionally safe wherever you are when you're doing psychedelics.
Yeah,
Or
like
not.
not in a warehouse in deep Brooklyn with a bunch of Hezbollah supporters.
Or
That's how
not.
I.
Or you can be like, you can be hard and like decide that you're gonna torture yourself. You can, and honestly, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's no such thing as a bad trip because you learn things from every trip. Okay, Ryan Rigor Mortis says, no, it was a funny moment. Very Ouroboros pilled. Okay, I feel less bad. That's still scary though. KS Moon said, call me crazy, but me resolving my own stuff seems to affect other people connected to me, especially by DNA. I believe that. I believe that. As above, so below. When you begin to free yourself, those who are connected to you might recognize that and become a little bit more free themselves. I like the music in this game. Christina. In a subtler way, I think shadows are passed on by everything we do, whether we realize it or not. And that's not a bad thing, because the material world is bound together by shadow. I think so. Like, that's just sounds like duality to me.
Dark matter.
If you have this thing, like, that's like, you know, one thing usually produces the other thing. Just that's how duality works. So I agree. I think if that's what you're trying to say. Occultology says, my first time on acid, I was dancing with my walls until the voice of my higher self energetically bitch slapped me and said, those walls aren't dancing, there's something much better you could do. What did you do? I feel, whenever I do psychedelics, well, not the last time, but a lot of times when I've done psychedelics, I'm like, I must leave this house. I must go on an adventure. This one time, I literally... One of my earlier acid trips as a young lady in my late teens, early 20s was downtown New Orleans, and I decided to befriend a bunch of homeless people. And like, I was walking with these strangers that I did not know, because I was like, I'm gonna go on an adventure. And this homeless dude was asking this dude for his hat. And mind you, I didn't know either one of these people. And I was like, just give him your hat, man. You can get a new one. It's the gateway to communism.
Marijuana is the gateway to communism.
Occultology followed that with, I eventually found my way to doing Tai Chi and had a breakthrough. Tai Chi is awesome. Just like sober, it's awesome. So I can just imagine on acid.
Alan Chapman's a smart cookie.
I'll read the comment. Alan Chapman says it beautifully. All shadows are cast by the fire of our souls, and through the shadow we can find our true flame. Yeah, shadow work is great because it gives you more colors to choose from on your color palette. You got a full spectrum to choose from versus like a very limited one.
Yeah, Alan's a top tier heavy hitter. That was it? Wait, what's the moral of the story? I don't get it. It just ends? You go into the light? Wait, what? What am I supposed to take from this? I was going towards the solstice working. You have 2.5 hours left.
I didn't realize that this ended so quickly.
Yeah, it's only a 2-hour game. What? Can anyone explain what the ending was supposed to be? The journey was the real journey, the friends we made along the way. The journey is the destination. There wasn't even like an obvious ending though, it just stopped.
That's the point. Maybe you're too goal-oriented.
The journey's the destination. Scromiting? Is that like vomiting your scrotum up? What is that? Tell you what. Let's look through Jason's other games and see if there's any that you want to play. Oops, not that one. Not that one.
If only we could do Doki Doki, but we have to...
We can. Theoretically.
But is it like, you have to like... I don't know. I don't know.
Alright, here's what we got.
I would love to play Doki Doki, but I don't know if we can.
I'm gonna slowly scroll through my games, and you guys can tell me if you... I can torment you by playing this war of mine, which is a game about being a refugee in the Bosnian War. I'm gonna slowly scroll through, and you could judge me by my game collection. But yell out in the comments if there's any you want to see. Either, not necessarily now, but in the future. We could do Superliminal.
Superliminal is a really fun game to play.
This I got specifically to stream Phasmophobia, the ghost hunting game.
A question has been asked, Jason. This comes from Charles Ingram, 1042. I've been doing TM for years. After failing at every other meditation technique, I paid the cult cash and learned transcendental meditation.
Okay.
What are your views on the secretive pay-to-play aspect?
Man, I get in trouble every time I talk about TM. Look, it's a cult. The Maharishi was abusive. It's still a cult. It's mantra yoga. You know what? I appreciate that they've gotten so many people into meditation, right? But the technique they teach is ultra kindergarten, and they do things like fake pictures of themselves flying, levitating, and stuff like that, which is just ridiculous. I feel about it the same way as, same way as any organization. Learn the techniques, but don't get sucked into the cult. Oh yeah, Castlevania. We might do a quick Castlevania game. Silent Hill 2 is Temple's favorite.
I love watching him play that game.
It's brutal.
Hello,
Doki Doki
Wired.
Literature Club.
Doki Doki, but we have to uninstall it and then reinstall it, I guess, and completely delete it.
This is my favorite game of all time, The Phantom Pain. We'll shot Metal Gear Solid 5. Fast Penguin. Mortal Kombat. You can watch Temple and I fight on Mortal Kombat. Thief Simulator. Stray.
Stray
Okay.
was the first game that Jason and I played together where he realized that he liked me.
I always realized I liked you.
But it was
Sonic
specifically
Origins.
with Stray, and
It
I
was
remember
specific,
that
yeah.
night I brought over cherry pie.
Yeah.
And lots of other
That
snacks.
we also went snack shopping before we played specifically for video game snacks. Mass Effect would be fun to play, but it's long. Oh yeah, I love Vampire the Masquerade, of course. I am not getting Bloodlines 2 though, because I hear it's awful. Disco Elysium might be... Yeah, I actually haven't played through it. That might be fun. The thing about games like that, streaming, is they're really text-based, and text-based games on stream, as I found out trying to stream Planescape Torment, are really hard.
Unless it's Doki Doki, to which I think it actually could work. But we'd have to delete it,
I'm afraid.
and we'd have to uninstall and then reinstall.
We still have Uma Musume Pretty Derby Party Dash. Was that a cultology that told us to download it?
Mm-hmm.
Ready or Not. I love this game. Let's play some Kinky Spiritual Affairs Bureau. This game is ridiculous.
I remember this one, yeah.
It's just, it is ridiculous.
Thank you
Lifeless
for
story.
Thank you for telling. It seems kind of suspicious now that you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the new Divinity when it comes out?
I have not. Well, I did see that Divinity 2 is super on sale right now, but I've never played it, so I did play Baldur's Gate 3. I got so much to do in 2026. Yeah. I can't be getting sucked into something like that. So I am a schoolgirl with an AR-15 who's looking for ghosts and demons. How's Crusader Kings? Probably much better played on a computer than a PlayStation, honestly.
What game have you spent the most time on?
No, Metal Gear Solid 5. I played that throughout the entire pandemic. It kept me sane. I'm going the right way. Can I run? Yes, I can.
Didn't
Check
we
out my
already beat
character.
this game?
No, that was the Taiwanese one.
Oh, okay.
This was too deranged to continue playing. There a map? Cross the bridge. Oh, okay, cool. There's hints.
I like how unhinged this game is.
It's pretty out there. Can't see anything.
Ryan Rigor Mortis says, I wish they made Mage the Ascension / Awakening
Oh,
game.
yeah. Yeah.
I love Mage.
I keep trying to get my bros to play Mage the Awakening with me, because I think New World of Darkness is actually much, much better. It's highly underrated. It was a casualty of poor business decisions, but as a game, it's excellent. This game is so dark, I can't even tell what's going on.
You should play Superliminal.
We should try Phantasmophobia, which is very similar.
We'll see how much we like this game, because it is really dark.
This one, I just wanted to get to the part where she's just Uziing. There's just schoolgirls with Uzis. It's hilarious.
Okay, we'll get to that part.
I mean, we don't necessarily have to.
We'll
get to
see.
that
What
part.
do you guys think? How are y'all feeling about this game?
Mage the Awakening is one of your favorites. Well, let me run this by you. I'm trying to figure out how to run a game on YouTube for the YouTube comments. That would be fun. Maybe there's a way people can vote on decisions or something. But yeah, Mage the Awakening is awesome. So for people who don't know what we're talking about, Mage the Awakening is a fairly realistic role-playing game about being a magician, but for real, you can warp reality. And it's based on Hermeticism.
I feel like you could actually use Mage the Awakening as you can utilize it as a worldview.
Oh yeah, well, Ascension, definitely, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in Awakening. My favorite is the Seers of the Throne, who they're basically the outer church from the Invisibles. And then there's the Guardians of the Veil, who are occult assassins who go around taking people out who learn too much about magic.
I remember this. We played this for a little bit and then we got stuck in that room.
Yeah.
We might not play this game very long. We'll see, because we got stuck in a room last time.
The reason I got this is because it is one of the all-time top streaming games on Phantasmophobia, or on Twitch, which is a ridiculous company, but and it has Magic Me overlap.
Hey, Messenger, asked a question.
What do you think about Kenneth Grant? Seems like he was doing a mirror opposite of the Free of well, yeah, the Cliffoth. I heard his real passion was Advaita Vedanta. Yeah, that's true. I like Kenneth Grant. I think that you just have to take it as Crowley fan fiction. If you don't take him too seriously and you just vibe with it, I think he has a lot to share. Don't do that. Don't get into Cliffotic magic. You'll fuck yourself up. But don't tempt me with an insurgency stream. That'll be the end of it. Someone's gonna clip out me just shooting Afghani jihadis.
Don't tempt him with a good time.
Yeah, no.
He'll do it.
Alan Chapman doesn't like Kenneth Grant. I like Kenneth Grant. You just have to take it as inspirational fiction, basically. All of his cabal is wrong, uh, you know. But I think that if you can parse, let me put it this way: if you can parse his Twilight language, language, there's a lot there. Okay. Let's see. Where do we want to explore? Vote on a contract. We have to go here. Okay. Maybe we can... Can I make... You know what? I think I can actually make the video brighter. Let's see. Color correction. There we go. It's doing it to us too, but there you go.
Skin brightening.
Yeah.
We're actually this glowy. Is life not the game? Last
Whoa.
comment. Well, man. Hold on.
Whoa. But, yeah, so for Mage the Awakening, they haven't... So Guardians of the Veil, they're a faction that's job is to guard magic from the normies. And they have this concept called the Labyrinth in it, which is the never-ending twisting... Like, they basically create all of these fake secret societies, like, you know, OTO, all this stuff, where people are... Basically, they create the fake occultism so that people waste their entire lives running around in it, trying to figure it out, and never discovering real magic. And that is very true. That's like a lot of the people online who are... nobody who's my friend, but there's certain people online who are very much that.
Do you believe Grant Morrison's claim of hypersigils and his comics affecting his health and almost killing him?
Yeah, why not?
I believe it's possible.
Sure.
Occultology. The doom scroll reel of one half of the screen is Jason shooting jihadist in the video game. The other half is Jason's Twitter bot talking smack on jihadis.
And that will be the end of this channel.
For taking the correct position, by the way.
Yeah. No, I'm a big Call of Duty fan, but Insurgency Sandstorm is so much better and so much more brutal. Oh yeah, this is where we got to and we couldn't figure out how to start.
No, we got caught in a room.
Yeah, this is the...
Is this the room?
I think this is the room. How do we,
This was so stupid because I think we ended up losing it behind the wall. Do you remember? And we couldn't get it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna cheat by turning the gamma up. Okay, so that's the house map. This is... Okay. This is our Ghostmobile. We streamed Control, which was pretty cool. I could go back to that. I was enjoying that. Okay, I took some stuff.
Crossing the abyss into supernatural realms is one of the coolest concepts in Mage. Especially interesting looking back after doing some magia.
Yeah, Alan Chapman and Mage the Awakening is a hilarious combo. Is this it? Is this key? Like, this game, I remember just this game is not intuitive at all. Okay, I dropped a notebook. Like, okay.
Well, I know that part of it is you have to listen a lot. I remember that last time.
But how do we even get out of this van? I remember this frustrating the shit out of me.
No, we got out of this van and then we got
I can't remember.
And then we got stuck in another room. I don't know if we're good at this game, Jason.
No, I am not good at this game at all. It's like really complicated and confusing. What? Now the lights are... I just turned the lights off.
This
okay,
isn't
great.
even part of the game. This is like a central...
I'm just stuck in the van. How did I turn the lights off? What the fuck? What? Okay. You can disagree with my political views. I don't care. I'm not going to change them. I don't want, you know, I don't expect people to believe everything I believe. Be a whole lot cooler if you did, but you know. Hey, now. What's going on?
All I will say is that the lighting on us makes me look extra goth because now you can
Yes.
see my cut crease.
Very good. Okay.
You have to leave the.
Death in June or current 93? Current 93. I've seen, I saw David Tibet live in San Francisco. Find the keypad and interact with it.
Okay, but we did
Okay.
that.
Why am I squatting on the ground? Okay, there we go.
You did it.
Hooray! Now I'm still in the dark with the gamma turned all the way up.
Desert dweller. Honestly, sometimes I disagree with my own political views.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
very enlightened of you.
Okay, Ryan, if you ever talk to Alan Chapman and figure out that he plays role-playing games, that's it for Alan. You have to let me know, because I'm gonna rope him into some stuff. And he won't be able to escape. Okay, we didn't get this far, I don't think.
No, we did.
We did? Okay, it's all blocked out.
I think. Yeah, you know what? It's all. This is like the sample house.
I couldn't even deal with it.
No, we did fine with the sample house when we went into the. Unless I'm getting it confused with something else. This is the ghost hunting game, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is like a sample. Like we're
Apparently
just.
it's Christmas, and that's odd. Maybe it's because they could change the game at Christmas. I don't know. Okay. I'm just walking around in the darkness.
You keep choosing objectively dark games.
Maybe the PlayStation settings are wrong. How do I, take a look at that? No. No, that's not it. Ah, yes, Moonus. A true lad. Okay, do that.
Hello, Alex. I think you're Alex, Elusive
that's
Masters.
Alex.
You've changed your name. Like forever ago, but I'm just now addressing it.
Wait, now I left the house. Can I, like, turn a do I have a flashlight or something? This is ridiculous. Take a screenshot. Did I, like, not bring a flashlight?
I am Alex as fuck. You are Haram, Alex.
We discovered an entire hadith about Alex specifically. It was pretty intense.
They really don't want you to exist, Alex, so you must be doing something right.
This game, like, what? Maybe I can go back and get a flashlight?
Do you guys have concrete positions? Or so you put on political views like a VR headset without the vertigo?
I mean, yes and.
Yeah.
I'm not making, we're not, like, just saying shit arbitrarily. You should be flexible in your beliefs, but, you know, that doesn't mean... Did I just drop? How do I turn it on? I just drop it. And then I can't find it because it's dark. Okay, great. This is... Wait, there it is. This is, like, super liminal, but worse.
Superliminal is a much brighter game than this, and less
Somehow
scary.
it's on now. Okay, we'll just go with that. Okay. If I had one book to bring on, an occult book to bring on an island, book 4 by Crowley. The big blue one. Nothing worse than not knowing controls in video games. Okay, now I've lost the flashlight. What's up, the milkman? Thank you very much. And I am jealous that you're high. You are quite welcome, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm not even high, and look how horribly I'm playing this game. I don't even know what's going on. Man. Yeah, maybe so. I feel like I have to read, I have to read up the manual on this one. Okay. Oh. Guess we don't have a flashlight now. Yeah, I was button mashing to no avail. We should probably sign off. This is that looked like you were. That actually frightened me. That looked like you were a ghost emerging out of a radiator. That actually was a little bit scary.
Not as scary as Doki Doki.
Yeah, nothing as scary as that game. Yeah, we have the gamma cranked all the way up, and this is ridiculous. This is the walking in darkness simulator. All right. I'm sick of this shit. Well, any last thoughts?
Doki Doki.
Wait, right now?
No. You'd have to uninstall it and then reinstall it. That's a terrifying game.
Well,
David Lynch fans?
Sure.
I like Twin Peaks.
My favorite David Lynch movie is Blue Velvet. Should we get what? We get one insurgency and just to, and then we should walk the dogs.
You tempted him too much.
I tempted me too
He
much.
likes this one of his favorite games.
Now you can watch me get capped by jihadi insurgents. Yeah, this war of mine. Let's get hungry and sad. Yeah, it's like that's the real Call of Duty.
Jason is in his happy place.
This is IDF, the simulator.
My cat is like walking by me and he's like looking at me like you better pet me. But then when I go down to pet him, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? doesn't know what he
Oh,
wants.
somebody's talking about Illuminati Congo.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna read it. By the way, appreciate the heads up. Yesterday an Illuminati Congo might contact him about some production that might be a good fit for his sound if things are meant to align as such.
Cool. That's cool.
That would be so cool, and if that I hope that works out, because I'm pretty sure he will respond. And I'm glad that you liked him. Which songs did you listen to? I'm curious. He's great to listen to on mushrooms, I will tell you that. Just in general, I like to listen to him when I'm working out at the gym. It's really good for that.
Yeah, this is my existing loadout.
Awesome. Well, his if you were on his Spotify, he has a really good list on Spotify.
Okay, bring what you need.
This game is so brutal. It's like you hear people gurgling their blood while they die. It's so bad.
I'm gonna pretend that these are the people that are tormenting the Hindus in Bangladesh right now.
Yeah, hopefully people saw that.
I hope that you didn't. I mean, if you did, then you did. But my day was fine. I had a good morning, and then I went onto the godforsaken app, Twitter. Dead naming. It's actually X, but somebody posted this Hindu man who was it was awful. I don't even want to talk about it. Honestly, I was really upset by it. So yes, we can pretend that these are those people and we are avenging that man's death. It isn't the same.
So
but
it was like guy they hung and beat like a piñata in Bangladesh.
it was awful.
Yeah.
Yes, Wired, please tell me 1 to 2 that stood out to you. All Seeing Eye is a good song. One of my favorite songs by him is Empty. I love just the general essence of that song is great. Mary Sophia is really good. I actually have an Illuminati Congo playlist that I myself made of my favorites. Eye in the Triangle, ipso facto. I think Keep It on the Low is really good too.
This is hectic.
I also like his really optimistic songs about money.
He's really into crypto, right?
I think he has crypto. Illuminati Congo is a rapper who's awesome. He's awesome. He does conscious rap. Really, really talented. Very great with words. His Instagram page is super, super interesting. I like his Instagram.
Snack bar?
Aloha Snack Bar.
Yeah, this is a much more realistic than Call of Duty.
Up ahead.
Or Hindustan and Bangladesh.
Just think. Everyone my age who got in the military had to go over here and do all this. And what's it for? Nothing. Nothing. It's so tragic. What? See? That could have been my life.
I have a friend who went to Afghanistan and he drove over.
Eli.
No, my friend Hal.
Okay.
He drove over a mine. Excuse me, if y'all heard that, oh my god. My friend drove over a mine and he was put into a coma for 6 months. And I asked him, I'm like, what is that like, being in a coma for 6 months? And he said it was the same dream over and over and over again. And the dream was him getting up to go to work in Afghanistan and him driving the vehicle that he rode over the mine, the landmine in. So it was basically the day that he blew himself up over and over and over again for 6 months. needless to say, he's like a multi-millionaire now, so he made that
Mindset.
he transmuted that shit.
Be safe, okay?
Ah! Got targets!
They're capturing Alpha!
Spot him over there, just so we could fight him over here.
I think Osama bin Laden threatened us with that too.
Yeah, and
He said we're gonna
worked out.
bring it over here. And boy, did he mean it!
Yeah.
They're here!
Holy shit.
Alpha's clear, we got it! Fuck! They're at Alpha!
Oh, thank you, Wired. We want to have him on the podcast. We asked a while ago, but we never followed through with the interview. But we want to have him.
We should, now that we're on YouTube, we should do that.
We want to follow through because he is so insightful, and he's just I want him to blow up. Basically, I want him to.
Isn't he already super popular?
He's popular, but I want him to be more popular. I want him to infect the minds of people. I want people, because the way that I see it is like when you're listening to music, specifically rap, it's like these are mantras, and he has figured that out. And the mantras that he instills in your mind are healthy mantras. They are not destructive at all.
important.
And that's why I would love to see him and other MCs like him blow up, because we need healthy mantras, like creative mantras.
Shit. Oh wow.
We're closing in on
I
him!
have a translator in Afghanistan.
Yeah, let's get into some shit!
To sum it up, when he came home, he barely
Alpha's
remembers
taken,
any
we
of
just
it.
took Alpha.
Probably for his own well-being. Probably for his own well-being.
I can't imagine. That's what that mean. That's where people were saying the Bachabazi boys too. If you don't know about Bachabazi boys, we're not going to talk about it on stream, but look it up. BACHA space BAZI, Afghanistan. There's no way we can talk about that on YouTube, but so you probably get the idea of what it is.
When I did a deep dive on Afghanistan, my conclusion was when you deeply segregate the sexes and you completely
that is-
disempower the women, it is horrible. It is horrible, horrible for everybody. Wired, I am going to put it out there that y'all two are going to connect and you are going to do something with each other as far as music is concerned, and when you inevitably do, you're welcome.
On Alpha!
You're welcome. I am putting it out there. It's gonna happen. I love to share talented artists when I can.
Taken Alpha!
It's clear!
There's a
I'm out.
counterattack coming!
Anyone injured?
This game is really meant to be
I'm all
played
right.
with squad tactics on microphone and people.
Good to go!
Yeah, the way he described going there and coming back, and the bits and pieces he does remember, it clearly seems he intentionally did something. Yeah. War is actual hell. And even if you're just going there to be a translator, I hope that he got some form of therapy, something. occultology, you said let me ask you a question, but then you never followed through with the question. So now I don't know if you're playing with me or not.
These jihadis. When will they let up?
I have a question for the chat. Has anybody ever thought about this? When you
I
die,
didn't see QB.
when you're a jihadi and you die and you go to heaven and you have your 72 virgins, like once you sleep with one of your virgins, do you get like a new virgin? Like do they replenish for eternity, or is it like once you go through the 72 you're done?
And are they
Questions.
sure?
And also there are 72 demons.
Interestingly enough, okay. So need some kiki. Dire Og.
That one's pretty cool.
Site.
What? What?
Oh, well.
I don't know how many of you guys have cats, but we have 4, and they play this game where we open the door and they come in, and then once they come in, they want to go out, and then once they go out, they want to come in, and then once they come in, they want to go out, and it never fucking ends.
If you ever watch actual soldiers play these games, it's wild. It's completely wild. They know their shit.
Oh, I see. Occultology has jokes making fun of my accent, I see.
Table. This is
Just
the
so you
idea
know,
thing.
I had to go through speech therapy as a child. Don't do it. This is the cat in question that doesn't know if he wants to be in or out.
Yeah, plot twist, it's actually the 72 demons.
Okay, bring what
Whoops.
you need.
Ra will bring us good luck.
This is Ra, spelt R-A.
Eyes open, guys!
This is full IDF mode now.
Yeah, KS Moon. We have this other cat, we have Jupiter, who he just needs the door to be open. So he can stand at the threshold and just not leave it.
Anyone got eyes?
Don't do it.
I'm changing my magazine. Where's the observer?
Yes, Ra. He's a little baby.
Got Alpha!
Although he's going on
Check, keep
6.
coming!
You guys all okay? I'm up.
He was a COVID kitty.
We should move!
Observer, this is station. Understood. On their way now.
At the age of 26, I became a mom to 4 cats.
Observer, this is a south.
Yeah, Jupiter must survey his kingdom. That is completely correct. He has a no closed door policy.
They're taking Alpha!
Aw, Signs of Solitude? You rescued baby kittens? Good for you. I love animal rescue and people who do animal rescue. Wired said that his last cat that he had would watch him as he slept. Yeah, they do that. Jupiter lays right next to my face at night, and he does exactly that.
Yeah, it's the last sound you ever want to hear. Click, click. Here I am.
The thing about this game is like, yeah, the corners.
Like what?
It's hilarious. KS Moon, I'm telling you, once you close the door, anything could be happening out there. Their mental map is like what? Ever move a box off a shelf or open a door they don't usually get to go through? One of my cats sleeps with her head in the palm. Oh, that's really sweet. That's really sweet. Kitties can be very sweet. Ren has a friend whose cats she watches, and this cat knows how to unplug a television when she is displeased with what you are watching.
Hilarious.
I'm glad that my cats don't know how to do that.
See? Yep. Wasn't paying attention. Got tapped.
Now, what if life is like a video game, and you see how he just died, but now he's back?
Spread the fuck out!
What if life is like that? But for real? Shut up, bro.
Cover me, okay?
Throwing frag!
He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't. He doesn't.
Hey, watch out!
He's purring. You can't hear it, but he's purring.
Yeah, you gotta have some respect for people who do this for a living. I mean, oh my god.
And also the people who do animal rescue. For example, Signs of Solitude. Yeah, we rescued a few last year.
God damn it.
I work in Shanghai, and there are many homeless cats in my districts. My students ended up adopting them later, but so interesting in how much personality they have.
Alright, let's go!
Good for you. I like you, Signs of Solitude. Little baby kitties are just so innocent. The contrast of the conversation versus the game.
Contact! Contact!
Just shoot them!
Welcome to Magic Dot.
They're here! They're here!
Here we have Jason eliminating terrorists, and then his wife talking about
I need to
kitties.
reload! Fuck it!
Home, home on the range.
The thing about these games is like I feel the stress.
Yeah. It can be.
They have a lot of things!
This guy wiring up.
It's going to be loud!
Okay, let's get out of here.
Thank you, Ren. We like to demonstrate that we too are normal human beings.
We destroyed Bravo!
Alleged.
Nice!
Come on, asshole! I'm going round, okay?
Alright, I'm good.
What games are there for anarcho-pacifists? Wrong century. Wrong Aeon, bruh. Sorry. I don't make the rules. We're in the Aeon of Horus.
Superliminal, I think. That's not a really aggressive game.
Well, there's lots of non. Well, it's not necessarily a pacifist game.
You are trapped in a dream world. And you have to be really, really good with force perception. If you can't do that, then that is not the game for you.
Just shoot the fuck!
Yeah, games like Call of Duty give you this total power fantasy. You can be like Superman with guns. Then you play this, and it's like, oh, oh,
I would die instantly. People who run animal shelters are amazing and deserve much props. Aw. You should join the Discord, Wired. I don't know if you are, but you know what? I will drop the link just in case you wanted to share your story.
did the rest of my team get killed?
Oh no. Oh no. I don't know. I just realized that that actually probably happens. Oh my gosh, that's such a scary
Oh yeah,
situation.
no, and then you got these guys.
See, I was not... I'm a spiritual warrior, not an actual warrior. Couldn't imagine. Me personally, I don't think I could handle running a shelter due to having to deal with loss. Even now, having just one dog, I can't think about anything related to him not being around or I break. Doing animal rescue is heartbreaking, actually. When I was in high school, I had to take a social justice class, and I chose my focus to be on animal rescue. And that's another form of shadow work. We were talking about shadow work earlier today, or in this stream. Animal rescue definitely shows you the polarity of human beings, and it's so stark because on one hand you have the people doing the rescuing, and then you have the people causing harm, and the harm is like, it can be horrendously bad.
I'm just gonna leave.
That's really nice that you took the kitties. So Signs of Solitude found his rescue kitties in a box, abandoned somewhere. I'm glad that you found them. It was the right person.
Oh, I just killed both of my teammates for one of them.
That probably
got in the
happens
way.
all the time too.
That's, yeah, probably all the time.
I saw an awful I saw an awful body cam footage of a cop doing something similar to that, except it was like a child that he accidentally killed.
Yeah, aren't you glad we live in the age of social media where we can see all the horrible stuff that happens every day?
I
in
don't
real
think we
time?
were cut out for that.
Yeah, no.
Alright, get your shit.
What was Rick Rubin like?
Very relaxed.
He's a chill guy.
Alright, let's move. اقتلوهم.
That's that shit I don't like.
I see a hostile.
Taking Alpha!
Down on the ground. Do you really want to die here? I need a sec.
The true military way, letting my teammates do everything.
Bad guys incoming. Everyone, hey, what's your status?
This is very realistic.
Good to go.
I'm okay.
Get in cover.
SWAT was also very interesting.
SWAT is great, or Ready or Not. Yeah, but I still haven't finished it. We should play the Raiding the Qatari Prince Boat episode. It's doubling down. What? I got blown up by my own guys.
What comes around goes around, Jason.
kick some ass.
Yeah, I think like Jason and I really learned that we connected once he started inviting me over for video games. He liked my commentary.
Yeah. Alright, you have an hour and a half left to get Solstice working tools. And then it's gone forever. There's no take-backs, there's no do-overs. Much like this game.
What kind of dog do you have? Signs of solitude? I'd love to know. And also Wired, no pressure. You don't have to join the Discord. But it's there if you want it to be. We have a lot of interesting channels, like the Pets channel. And now, by the way, we updated and we have a food channel now.
Straggler.
Am I like in the way? Is my head like causing issues? Okay.
I just can't tell if I'm like full on. Very realistic.
Come on, come on. Don't be stupid. Spread it out.
Would this be considered urban warfare since it's
Yes,
inside of a...
absolutely.
So... I'm someone who knows nothing about war, very little, but from what I understand, urban warfare is the scariest and hardest form of warfare.
Yep. Absolutely terrifying. Look how many, and this game shows you why. Look how many places they have to hide. They know the terrain. It's popping out everywhere. And also, what this game doesn't do to show you that there would be civilians everywhere, and the civilians could also be gunning for you.
Take Bravo.
Which is not something, I'm not saying I understand it, but I read about it, and it's like, when people talk about Gaza, it's just like, yeah, man.
Shit's gonna blow. Get the fuck back.
I don't think people realize how serious that is.
I can't even begin to imagine, too, just like if we're sending anybody on the ground to do urban warfare, like, they better get a free ride for the rest of their life.
No, they don't. They just get VA. You know, it's like...
I think that they should get therapy that lets them walk down the street normally, because I can't see...
Yeah,
like
how do you
after,
go back to normal life after this?
without checking your shoulder everywhere you go, even because with trauma, especially something like war trauma, your physical body doesn't know the difference. Your conscious mind does, but your physical body doesn't. And so, like, they deserve better.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I'm on Charlie.
I don't know if I'm anti-war, but
Everyone's anti-war.
I mean, what I mean is, like, I would prefer if we could all get along. That would be great. But also, if somebody breaks into your house, for example, you need to be able to defend it. You can't just, like, passively let someone harm your family or your property. So, in that way, I'm not anti-war. But I would like for, you know, the people who risk their lives to defend their country to be treated well afterwards.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like the best of the best. That's what I think they deserve. Not just like holidays where they get discounts. They could be better. Oh, signs of solitude. You have cute little puppies.
Riley's like, are you forgetting someone?
We're talking about other dogs, and our dog is... He can tell.
Like, we were supposed to walk an hour ago.
I know that Rishi is good to go for at least another 30 minutes.
I'm getting lightheaded. I'm not eating.
Yeah, I agree, Ren. To be anti-war, anti-military, you should be pro-vet. My grandfather was in Normandy. Like, he fought on D-Day or whatever the fuck that was, on Normandy.
My grandfather was at Pearl Harbor.
And he had chunks of his body missing. And my uncle was like a scout for Vietnam, so, and my brother also was in the military, but he ended up being discharged. So I'm definitely pro-vet. I would like if we lived in a world where war wasn't necessary, but that's not the world we live in.
Okay, let's go.
We live in a world of Islam.
Yeah, let's move.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Ryan. I don't like that it's a profitable business. War is profitable, and I don't like that. In the same way that I don't think that prisons should be for profit either. Like, I don't believe in private prisons. I don't know how that's a thing.
And lots of people have grandparents or great-grandparents who were in the WWII.
Let's do it.
Wow. So, Christina, maybe our grandfathers knew each other.
We're taking Charlie!
I'm moving now.
Oh, Wired. Yeah. I think it's awesome that you became a vegetarian. It's a real it really puts you on a different level. When I don't eat meat, I am like up here. Like if we're talking about chakras.
We got it. Gotta know what you're shouting. I'm going. Hostiles. Go.
And also, Wired, I eat meat for that very reason. I have to eat meat because I am anemic if I don't have it.
Just a second, loading.
I gotta look away, of course. Right when I'm just switching to full auto, there you go.
Check your weapons. Yeah, let's go.
You're not gonna end Islam.
Well, Ryan, your perspective makes even more sense now that we know that your dad is a vet. Yeah, you have seen firsthand how that affects him. He deserves better. I wish that Islam would get what they deserve. Like, after seeing what they did to that poor Hindu man, and he's just one of millions, really.
Grab your gear.
I think it's going to be one of those things where it has to run its course, and its course might be bloody, and that's why I get frustrated with Islam, because there's there's a lot of women, children, and innocent, like, people who are not Muslim that get, like, just in those countries, we're looking at, like, Sudan, Congo, Bangladesh, Yemen, It's Australia as of recently.
Did you see how Australia responded? They're banning guns.
I don't even understand that because they already like basically have a ban on guns.
Yeah.
If y'all would have seen this fucking this video that I saw of this man being beaten and hung.
You can go to religionpeace.com and on the right sidebar.
It made me so sick. I got so, like, because the thing is that I know that these things occur. And I understand that But it was just disgusting.
Cover me!
And you can't say that that had anything to do with the United States or Western imperialism.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Yeah, because this is all motivated because he was Hindu and not Muslim.
Yep.
And by the way, I'm gonna read some stats while Jason is
Dealing with the
dealing.
issue.
Right now, communities that have been wiped out by Islamic extremists, the Sindhi Hindus, the Balochi Hindus, the Kashmiri Hindus, the Afghan Hindus, the West Punjabi Hindus,
Oh, damn.
the Afghan Sikhs, the West Punjabi Sikhs, the Bangladesh Hindus are almost gone. These are groups that have been annihilated, and you don't hear about that.
It's the same ethnic group, by the way.
You don't
It's
hear
different
about it.
ideology.
You don't hear about it. So that has nothing to do with the United States. That's just religious intolerance, and it's awful.
I think all my teammates are dead. I think if you're gonna do magic, I would do it for Western leaders to wise the fuck up real quick.
Yeah, get us on the timeline where we don't have to deal with that shit. Cause like, yeah, we can do a group imagining where we all head to the timeline where the leadership actually cares about the country that they represent.
Right. I think, yeah, like Islam is a known quantity. It's never gonna change. It's been consistent for 1400 years. The issue is that suddenly everyone decided they could just be BFF with people whose stated intention is to kill them, and they don't make it secret, you know?
That's why Jason is engaging in interfaith dialogues on
Yes.
Twitter.
Yeah. So
To prove that, because it's like, we are not making this up.
yeah.
Ask any
No, actually, it's
apostate.
my Twitter is causing all of this.
Ask any apostate how they feel about it. And, you know, our friend from Iran told us, like, yeah, I'm kind of sick of Western white people specifically thinking that they understand the dynamic and they don't. And our whole perception is like, listen to
Listen to them.
not just the apologists either, like literally
Listen
listen
to-
to everybody else that's from that region that
Yeah.
has been terrorized by it.
Yeah.
And
Listen
have
to
compassion for
Islam.
them, maybe.
Yeah, compassion for the wolf is cruelty to the sheep.
Hostile! Cover it!
This is a good lighthearted question, Signs of Solitude, and I'm very happy that you asked it to transition this from from dark to light. So we have 6 animals total. We have 4 cats and 2
That's
sheepas.
it. I'm changing.
If you are a member of the YouTube, then you have access to a video that we made in the summer or spring of the animals having a mukbang.
I guess I can't get out of this game. Okay.
Yo, I'm on Bravo! Guys, don't stick around!
I'm like holding my breath watching this.
Spoiler, I'm probably gonna die.
Yo, guys, frag out!
I'm just thinking about the AI that you created.
Yes. The low orbit ion cannon.
Yeah, good to
It's
go!
like this AI was fed solely on Fox News. No, it wasn't.
It's fed on counterterrorism documentation.
It was fed off of primary sources.
Yeah, and I learned real quick, Muslims lie on Twitter. They blatantly lie. It's part of their thing.
It's either they're willfully lying or they're ignorant.
Yeah, no.
Manessa
We're
wants to
taking
know what's the
Charlie.
coolest animal you've ever seen in person.
My brain ain't in that zone right now.
I'll answer. I swam with dolphins once, and it was cool. They count. I'm pretty sure those are mammals. Right? They have vertebrae.
Get moving, go! Ой, тебя в нос, блядь!
No pressure to join. Signs of solitude. I'm just saying that we have a dog and cat video
Loading,
for members.
loading! Incoming, incoming!
You met a gorilla? Oh my gosh. And you shook his hand too, Christina? I would have done that. You did the right thing. If you can shake his hand. I mean, unless like it was really dangerous. But if he was like giving gentle gorilla, then why wouldn't he? I think I would be so elated if I was able to shake the hand of like an orangutan. I love orangutans. I love them. Christina, I agree with your decision, and I think you ultimately made the correct decision. You will never regret that moment. Luckily, he didn't like yank you in. Thank you, Signs of Solitude. I would have more pets if Jason would let me. But luckily
You
he's
got 6 already.
luckily he's tempering me. But God forbid I find a wild kitten out in the wild. I'm taking it home. We can't abandon it. As of recently, I've been really obsessed with Brussels Griffin. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's a little dog. Brussels Griffin. A perfect animal, if I ever did see one.
Let's do it!
Okay, time to move.
Well, Christina, it worked out well for you. And, like, now you have that memory of touching hands with the gorilla. This other time, in Louisiana, I was on a walking trail, and a gigantic alligator was just sunbathing on the trail. He was really, 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 really fat, and the funniest thing, was a family was taking, selfies with him, because he was so chill.
Got a spanking!
Bull elephant? I'm gonna look that up. I want to see what that looks like. Bull elephant. I'm sure it looks like an elephant, but since it is a bull elephant, I imagine there's something different about it. Oh. Elephants are so cute. They just are. I don't know. I don't know if I believe in ugly animals. Like, even if they are ugly, they're not ugly. Does anyone else's dog wag their tail and look at you all happy and swarmy when they secretly ate something they probably weren't supposed to? Yes. Yes. Or just when they did something they weren't supposed to. Like they got away with something.
Contact! Contact!
Ren wants to know if they taught us how to run away from alligators. I was told that you do zigzags. Because they can't do zigzags. I was also told don't you ever get into the water with a gator. If they get you, you're done.
Cover me! Move to cover!
Jason, do you do magic when you're gaming?
I just try not to die. It is possible. I would be dying way less if that was the case.
The death roll is terrifying, and I've seen videos, I've seen some crazy videos from Florida where, like, people have had, like, this one dude had his dog taken by a gator, and the gator took his dog into the pond with him, and he got his dog back. I've also seen videos of cats, like, fucking gators. They're not afraid of nothing. Or anything, I should say.
Gator's a pretty cool guy who ain't afraid of nothing.
Signs of Solitude, I will write down the breed on the chat. Never get in the water ever for any reason whatsoever. Just don't ever get wet.
Taking Delta!
If you look up the dog breed that I just posted on the chat, that will be our next dog. Absolutely. They're just so cute. Gators, when they're like
Delta secured!
not in water and they're just sunbathing, I feel like are relatively harmless, especially if they've eaten. I don't think they're opportunistic eaters unless they're in water. I feel like when they're on land, they're just too clumsy. Don't forget to look up. An article recently came out saying that elephants relate to humans as humans relate to dogs. That is so cute. They must think we're so stupid. Or adorable. Or both. Elephants are wise. I think orangutans are wise too, actually. And if they're not, they look wise. I hate this. Corners are the worst.
Truly, the depravity of man knows no bounds.
Unfortunately.
Fucking kill!
Oh, no. Like that. No.
Closing in on him!
Your wife has good taste, Signs of Solitude. Because Brussels Griffins are just, they're cute. They're cute. We may not get one right away, but we will eventually in this lifetime.
We'll see.
In this lifetime. If you love me, we'll get one.
Heard that before.
KS Moon loves Akitas. Yeah, Akitas are like gigantic Charlies.
Yes. Somebody just yelled, "Eat my..." something that I can't say on YouTube.
Signs of solitude. I agree. Me and Jason should adopt a Brussels Griffin. We will. He loves me.
Hey, I'm gonna load up.
He likes to see me happy.
Hey!
I'm pretty happy right now, but in the future, we'll 100% getting one. That's our next time.
That depends on how many people sign up for the Winter Solstice Working.
I'm going to have a Brussels Griffin, and his name will be Nacho. It's already decided. It's already decided.
Smoke out!
Oh my god, what? Wired said there are videos of kangaroos in Australia grabbing people's dogs and drowning them.
What the...
I didn't know that they were monsters like that. It makes sense for gators because they eat the dogs, but what are the kangaroos doing?
Good. We got Echo.
Yes, Desert Dweller, my future Brussels Griffin. His name will be Nacho. I'm helping Jace. Duck.
I'm already ducking. I pressed the duck button, I stood up and died.
No, he's not gonna hate you for the suggestion because I've been asking for this dog way before you suggested it. However, if everybody wants to peer pressure him into getting you one,
You can peer pressure by signing up for the Solstice Working. Money don't grow on trees.
Losing Echo.
I think Akitas are really
Just gonna
good.
hide in the bathroom.
I think Akitas are really good guard dogs as well. They're very
Probably.
Loyal in the same way that Shibas are. I mean, all dogs are, but some dogs are bred to be guard dogs.
I gotta get off this pigeon.
My Brussels Griffin probably won't be a guard dog.
Alright.
I will probably have to guard him.
You have 1 hour. 1 hour left. That
Peer
was fun.
pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure,
Ugh.
peer pressure, peer pressure.
Somebody says fear, free thought, and free speech are alive and well. I'll be back. You should tell them why they should buy the Solstice Working.
Oh God, pitching. Okay, so I'm not great at pitching at all. This is not my forte. So, if you're still on the fence about it, I mean, I feel like whoever is on here is probably going to be at the solstice or is going to at least be on the Discord. If anything, tomorrow and the next day, clean your fucking house, mop the floors, make sure that your abode is nice and clean for the winter months. If you're in Australia and it's like really hot by you, consider this symbolic and metaphorical. It still is, even if you're not. Let me see. So I grew up in... I am not pitching, honestly. Like, either you're gonna get it or you're not. You should, but if you don't, you know, there's always spring. Let's see. So I grew up in Brooklyn most of my life, and I had a friend who moved to Australia. I remember all he kept saying for, like, the first few months is how terrible kangaroos are. Like, are they, like, an issue? That would be so funny. That would be so funny if, like, kangaroos are, like, an issue, like rats are or something. They're really scary. Like, they look like they're on steroids. See, yeah, okay, so I'm reading the chat. I'm pretty sure whoever is on here is going to be at the solstice or is at least on the Discord. So that's good enough for me. If you if you want to support us seriously, just like and comment on this video or on past videos. That goes really far for us. Like literally just liking and commenting on the YouTube videos. Because that tells YouTube that we are doing something right, and that helps us to get seen. And the more eyes that are on us, the more likely it is I will get my Brussels Griffin. And then you can meet my Brussels Griffin. He could become a signature on the channel. And it can be a thing. He can be like the mascot. I know that Charlie is the mascot, but just if you haven't looked up what a Brussels Griffin looks like, that dog is my future baby. Let's see. Oh, Ren said that she's been mopping her floors with Pine Sol. Good. I think that mopping, just doing a good mopping of your house, of your abode. I mean, ideally like once a month, but like if you can do like a really deep cleanse like quarterly, energetically speaking, you're getting shit out of the way. Well, I did the best that I could do with pitching this. It's been real, guys.
Rolled up tortilla.
We liked hanging out with you. I'm really excited. For those of you who will be joining us for the solstice tomorrow, I gave my all to it and developing it, and I'm continuing to do the best that I can do to distill the information in the best way that I know how. Your feedback is going to be really, really important in all of this. So if you engage with it and you really like it, please let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. But I have been working on it since the equinox, and I will continue to work on it. Jason has like a trove of knowledge just within his experience and within his life. And his initiations and his lineages. So he brings a lot to the table. I tried to distill the basic ideas that can be found across the world in these traditions, and I tried to find the common denominator for all of the traditions. It will be different. It's going to be different than the equinox working. The equinox working was like my first time coming up with something as far as the equinox goes, and it was the beginning. And I feel like it was really good, but that's the thing. This is only going to improve and get better and get better. And if you did the equinox working, you will be very well prepared for the rituals that we are going to teach you.
And
tomorrow.
if you haven't done the equinox working, you're not missing out on anything. You'll be fine getting straight into it.
You'll be fine. And also, if you're signed up for the Magician's Year, you'll be able to do the equinox working of 2026, which will probably be similar to the one of 2025, except better. Except better.
More
It's
intense.
we're just gonna torture you guys. So
With self-knowledge.
make sure that you get really good sleep tonight.
We need to, yeah.
I'm really glad, Ren, that you mopped up, because I promise you that it makes a big difference. Make sure your space is nice and clean. Make sure that you have space for yourself, that you're in a mentally and emotionally safe space. If not, I would say take everything that we learn and utilize it for the future.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Well, you've got an hour left to sign up. If you don't sign up, you never can. This is what the bus waits for no one. I'm trying to take the video filter off. Sorry, I'm multitasking. Okay.
Wired, yes. He says, get her the dog. Get me the dog. Peer pressure, peer pressure. No, we just had a new dog. Like, Rishi is our new baby, but you know what? I know it's gonna happen.
If you're signed up, come bring the question that I asked on the stream on Thursday, which is if there was one thing that would radically change your 2026, if you did it, what would it be? Bring that. We're going to do the Bardo tomorrow as well, and so if you have the names of departed loved ones that you want to release, you can bring that as well. And actually, I'm trained to do that by the Nyingma Buddhists, so I'm not just pulling it out of nowhere. So that can have pretty amazing results, actually. So yeah, particularly departed relatives or people that you would wish to be released. You can bring their names. Other than that, just get good sleep, be prepared to do a lot of internal work, and make sure you have a quiet space to do it in.
I do think that if you did the equinox working, you will be well prepared for what is to occur tomorrow, and it'll be really. It's each season builds upon the last, so
Yeah.
get sleep. Maybe wake up, take a nice shower.
You're welcome, Signs of Solitude. The Great Emu War. Humans went to war with emus. Did it and
What?
lost? Did it?
What is
did
going on with Australia?
Didn't Australia also have a war with cane toads that it might have lost?
I just feel like nature is trying to kill humans in Australia. Like, I think nature tries to kill humans anyway, but I think it's just really apparent in Australia that there is like an antagonism going on.
Everything dangerous and terrifying lives there. Like jellyfish that'll one hit kill you. All the worst sharks.
There's
all
even
the
like
worst spiders.
there's even like a shell like creature.
Mel Gibson.
Like, I remember when I was a kid, there was a show on like Animal Planet that talked about the most deadly animals, and this one scared the shit out of me because I thought it could be anywhere, but it turns out it was just in Australia. But it's like a shell snail thingy that if you pick it up, the poison literally kills you within 24 hours, and there's no antidote.
There's no antidote.
Okay, I might be making that part up, but
Wow.
I don't think so. I remember being terrified.
Top 5 venomous snakes and spiders. Yeah.
It's just Australia, like, yeah.
But it gave us Nick Cave, so that redeems everything. Mel Gibson gave you PTSD personally?
Oh no.
Did like in real life?
He also did that to his like daughter.
And his wife. Oh, Mel. Alright. Let's get off the stream.
All right, we're gonna go walk our dogs now, guys. It's been awesome,
It's been real.
and we will see you guys tomorrow
See you tomorrow?
at the solstice.
Alright. Bye, everyone.